Righteous Felon Craft Jerky is the official jerky of Belly Up Sports. For over a decade, Righteous Felon Craft Jerky has led the American meat snack revolution by concocting delicious, adventurous, U.S.-sourced jerky recipes for uncompromising carnivores across the country. With 15 different flavors to choose from, Righteous Felon has all jerky lovers covered, and by using promo code BELLYUP, you will get 15% off your purchase at righteousfelon.com. Do your taste buds a favor today and rip into a bag of Righteous Felon jerky.
What's up? It's Kelcey again from the High Low Sports Podcast. You know, Hector, it's that time of year again. You brought me back to have a little conversation, 3 up, 3 down on kits. That's right. We're talking Ligue kits this year. The 3 up and 3 down, the 3 best, the 3 worst, in my opinion. Everybody, you guys have heard me on the show before talking about jerseys, kits. I love them. I love to pick on them. I love to make fun of them. I love to have them. It's one of the best things about sports is being able to support your team with a kit. Well, Hector's nice enough to let me have that platform when we do 3 up, 3 down every year. So this year, this edition is going to be Ligue, so all about the French league. I got 3 up, I got 3 down. You know what? We're not going to do what we normally do. We're not going to start with the good. We're going to start with the bad. Maybe I do always start with the bad. I don't know. Let's rip the Band-Aid off. Coming in first, I don't love the OGC Nice home kit. Everything looks way too high. The logo, the patch, those are both like on the shoulder collarbones, and then the sponsor is just way up on the chest. It feels really weird. Looking at it, looks more like a one-button rugby kit, rugby polo that somebody would wear to like middle school picture day. Doesn't look like an actual kit you'd see on the pitch, and so that's something that don't love at all. So that's my first down. Nice's home shirt for this year. Moving over to Kappa, hey, good for you. But maybe come up with a better kit design first before moving away from that. And now numbers 2 and 3, I don't normally do this. I don't think I've actually ever done this every time Hector has asked me. I don't think I've picked on a team twice. But I can't stop myself from this one. RC Lens, their home kit, yeah, it's bad. I'm tired of seeing red and yellow and no break between them. When last year's with the black on it was a lot better. This year it is all yellow with red pinstripes. Last time I checked, I'm not looking for mustard and ketchup on a jersey. I want to see some actual jersey design. But it looks like they just got boring and they forgot to put outlines on things and said, all right, here's your yellow kit. And we're going to put some red stripes on it. And not the good red stripe. This is coming from a Liverpool fan who absolutely despises the Liverpool yellow jerseys. Don't ever want to see them again. If it was an all yellow, great. But yellow and red, not here for it. Especially not a bright red would go with that yellow, that thick yellow. It's just not great. So RC Lens, their home kit is my second down. And like I said, I don't normally do this, but my third down is also RC Lens. And it's their third kit this time. So if anybody's seen it yet, it is all white with what's supposed to be gold. It's not gold. That is brown. That is not a gold color at all. It's not even old gold where it's yellow. It's just white and brown on a kit. Again, I talked about the Nice jerseys looking like they're, high school, middle school picture day rugby polo. This feels a lot of the same. It feels like somebody's mom picked this up on the clearance rack and they're like, hey, go take a picture. And hey, no offense to the kid that has that. I respect it. I was that kid. Which is why I recognize what this design is, and I don't love it at all. Puma could have done so much better with this. The color scheme, the matching of the jersey with the patch, with the sponsor on it, all great. I love the color match, but I hate the fact they're even using brown pants. They call it gold brown pants to go with the white jersey. And again, this is maybe cream. This isn't so bad, but this is white and it's brown, and I just can't do it. Those two colors together, brown kits in general, I'm not a big fan of it. They got to be really special for me to be impressed by a brown kit. I don't mind, brown and silver, brown and white, and it's like full brown with the whites on it. That's not as bad. But when it's a white with brown accents, it just doesn't look as clean as it could. And that's rough. And they tried to accent things with the black on there, and that's just the 3 colors together doesn't really pop, and the design of the kit just doesn't stand out for me at all. So those are my 3 downs, just to recap those. Nice's home kit, not a fan whatsoever. And then Lens's home and Lens's third kit, both not a fan. So there's my 3 down. So let's go to the positives, right? We're tired of talking negative every time. We got that out of the way. We got those out of the way. I'm going to start at the bottom, work my way up for my 3 ups. I'm starting with Toulouse. I love the white and purple split kit with purple shorts. It looks fantastic. It's simple. Obviously, their release picture doesn't have a sponsor on it, which is very, very clean look. This is something I was playing FIFA, EA Sports Soccer, whatever they want to call it now. This is a kit that I would design and wear every single time with my ultimate team. This is absolutely gorgeous. I love the designs. I love purple and whites. I love purple and black color schemes. They just look really good. And they, by the way, have a great logo to go with it. So absolutely love Toulouse's home kits. They just perfect. Absolutely perfect for that one. Just gorgeous. Number 2 on the list is a team I feel like is always in one of my favorite kits for Ligue 1, and that's Metz. Metz is a away kit this year. It's the white, but it also has a picture of the fans, which is a huge nod to how much support they get. They even have their slogan, by our side everywhere, paying tribute to the fans who support the team. It is an absolutely gorgeous uniform. It shows the tifos. It shows everything. Their release video for it actually shows the fans, and the kit is perfectly blended in there, and then they superimpose it. It is a gorgeous situation. Absolutely love FC Metz every time, actually. I love both of their kits, but really the away kit this year stood out further for me. I love maroon and the white, maroon and cream that they normally use. This one being white with the maroon and then the beautiful accents in there that are clear to see. Let me be very clear. Clear to see. And I shouldn't say maroon. I guess it's garnet. But those subtle designs, if it's clear to see, they look great 9 times out of 10. And this one, there's a lot going on sometimes, but it actually looks really beautiful. A big fan of these kits for sure. But number 1 on my 3 ups when it comes to Ligue 1 kits, FC Nantes, and that is their away kit. This gorgeous, I guess it's blue, maybe green, blue hues green. It's meant to represent the Nantes connection to water, reflecting its identity as the Venice of the West is how it's described. They hit the nail on the head here. I think it's an absolutely gorgeous kit. I love the 2-tone blues. I love the subtle designs in there. It does look like water breaking. If you ever look down at a pool and you see the water breaking in the shadows and everything on the bottom of the pool, this is what it reminds me of. Absolutely gorgeous kit. Love it. I think this is a great conversation. It's a break from the Nantes' normal yellow, canary yellow, and green. And I love that idea. And you color match everything. Again, I'm a big fan of that. If you change the colors on your kit, take the colors and make it work for the patch as well. They do that. It looks great. I love it. So my 3 ups for the Ligue 1, FC Nantes is away as my number 1. And then it is Metz's away kit as my number 2. And last but not least, Toulouse's home kit. Absolutely gorgeous. Love all 3 of those. Hector, I appreciate it as always. Every time I get to come on and talk some soccer, some footy, and especially when I get to talk kits on top of it. Absolutely great time for me. But I appreciate it. Back to you, Hector. As always, thank you.
All right, guys, you heard Kelcey have his kits for Ligue 1, and now we got Nick Gable, writer extraordinaire from Belly Up Sports. Covers a lot of sports, actually, basketball, baseball, some college football, but also football. So
yes, football and football.
Football and football, the perfect blend. Here in America, we don't care. You can love whatever sport you want to love. I mean, pure fact that I'm a baseball nerd, so it's perfectly fine to like multiple sports. And also, you probably, if you guys were paying attention to Belly Up's Super Show for the Club World Cup and Gold Cup, you would have seen Nick's pretty face on that as well. But yeah, Ligue 1, Kelcey dropped some knowledge on his love for kits, and I'm sure we're gonna go ahead and share some of our own. As a matter of fact, Nick's rocking the Lil kit right there.
Lil kit. They did not make either of my best or worst lists, mainly because the bar was so high that they were good, but just not good enough to be the best, but not also bad enough to be worst.
Totally understand that. But all right, Nick, we'll go ahead and start with the 3 down. Would you like to go first?
Sure.
All right.
I can go first, yeah. The 3rd worst is going to be the Strasbourg home kit, mainly because their second kit, their away kit is so cool and creative, and their first kit just looks like sponsorship, blue-colored, and both logos, and it's just it wasn't doing anything for me. And comparative to its away kit counterpart, it left a lot to be desired.
Totally get that.
And then the PSG third shirt, and the picture I have on my Google Doc is a man holding the jersey up. So I'm like 70% sure this is their shirt, but it's red and it has the sponsorship and then the logo in the middle, which is my biggest pet peeve for kits, when they just don't do anything with the kit and just stick the logo in the middle. And I thought PSG, considering they're coming off a Champions League win, could be a little bit more creative, but no, unfortunately not.
Yeah, you know what I was curious about? I don't see a Jordan.
Yeah, I hope that
Maybe
partnership is still going strong.
maybe they're gonna drop one later on in the season. But yeah, I get what you mean with the kit. Like I actually got the same. So for people who don't know, I use Football Archive kit archive. That's where you can see all the kits for that season, for the season. And so when I saw that, I was just like, is this real, or is this some guy just shopping at Marshall's?
Yeah, I was like, did someone create a fake jersey and then just be like, this is what I think it is?
It could be,
So.
but yeah, no. And also, like, if you're gonna do it, just put the spawn, like the the brand also in the middle as well. Like, I mean, it just looks weird when you just have something in the middle and then there's just nothing where normally the club crest would be. So
Yeah.
totally get your pet peeve on that part.
Yeah, it wasn't great. But as you said, PSG has released a couple kits mid-season the past couple seasons, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're cooking up something good for us to like
Also,
celebrate their Champions League win or something.
yeah. Also, pretty boring for a third kid. So
Yes, doesn't really do anything. And then my number one is RC Lens second kit. It is green and black. I have no idea why it's green and black, because their badge is red and yellow. Their badge is the same color as it is, and they didn't try to like green out their badge like Leverkusen kind of did with their badge on their kits that are different colors than their badge. So the lens kit is just weird, and it's just out of place. Like, I don't even know what idea it was, whose idea this was, why they did this. There's no like anniversary patch to signify like, oh, this was the club's original colors. Maybe it is, but there's a reason they changed if it is. So, yeah.
okay. All right, so those are some good ones. My third worst kit, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, it was really hard to pick a third kit that I didn't like. So there is a preface. I like the kit, but I also can see why people would not like this kit, and I also kind of don't. Out of everybody else, I'm not much of a fan of this one, but Paris FC's away kit. I think I understand the significance of it. It's very Paris, if you want to say, with the blotches. But also, if you were me, I would probably just look at that, just look like a bunch of different color blotches. But I get like the reference of it, if that makes any sense. Actually, it's their third kit, not their away kit, their third kit. But I mean, obviously Paris FC making their return like after years of not being in Ligue 1, and they are literally walking distance away from PSG. So I think that this is a bold kit, bolder than the PSG kit, for the third kit for sure. It's bold, but I think that it might not be for everybody.
Definitely. I saw that and I don't really understand it. I like the sponsorship though. I like having Victorious on your shirt when you're playing any sport,
Yes.
even if it's about a country.
Yeah, I always enjoy like when you Qatar Airways for prime example. It's just always interesting when you see that on their badge, and it's just they're on the club, and like Barcelona for quite some time. But yeah, so that's my third one. Once again, I want to predicate that I don't necessarily hate this kit, but I had to pick similar to you. I had to pick a kit. So that's my first one. My second kit is going to be RC Lens's third kit. This I think RC Lens. I have mixed feelings with RC Lens's kits this year. Specifically the home and the third kit. But yeah, it's just not personally a fan of it. I'm trying to find the stupid jersey at this point right now. This is great podcasting. Okay, there it is. The gold, it is a very dull gold.
Yeah, it's like rusted gold.
You can't really read the badge. I do love a good black and gold kit. I think also if you can mix white with it as well. Like, it has colors that I like. I mean, the gold, you got to make it at least a little bit more poppier for me. Because that's it's so dull that it actually kind of makes the badge look messy. So
yeah.
It becomes very unreadable. But yeah, so that third kit I'm just not a fan of. That's my second one. And the kit that I looked at it and I just immediately was like, don't like it, is Anger's away kit. You already have a white kit technically with the black and white one, so I don't know why you go double down on more white, or I guess kind of off white, I guess you can say. I don't know what the writing would be. I mean, that would be kind of cool, but then like the badge kind of is like camouflaged into the writing, so it's to me it's just not a great kit. I think. I don't know what you do. I don't know how you would fix this kit. I saw it. I was like, this could have been. I don't know if they just said F it. We'll just do that for the away kit. Once again, like, when are you gonna wear it? Because I mean, your kit already is technically white and black. Like, you have a white kit per se. Like,
yeah, it's tough. I don't know how they're gonna play. They need a third kit that's like a completely different color.
Yeah,
and maybe they'll be using that third kit a lot.
Yeah, not a fan of that one. So that's my worst kit for this season. What was your? Oh yeah, yours was the RC Lens away kit. Forgot to write that down. All right. So what were the kits that stood out to you the most?
My third best was the Paris FC home shirt. I am a sucker for a collared shirt. I always like that, like, soccer is one of the few sports that like you wear a collar, kind of like in baseball you wear like pants and a shirt. It's like very like workmanlike. I also, as I mentioned earlier, I like the sponsor, even though it's like another, I think Bahrain's in a country, I think it's like, I like how it says victorious, and I think that inspires something in people, and I wonder if it's like a look good, feel good type thing with Paris FC. Hopefully they can challenge PSG. Maybe not for the title, but maybe in a game or two. Give them a good run for their money.
I mean, I feel like they're winning in kits right now.
Yes, definitely.
No, you're right. I'm so glad I get to finally hear someone that says they're a fan of collar kits.
Yes.
I have to deal like Gold CV guys. They all hate the collar kits. I love a collar. I don't care that it looks like a polo. It's not a polo. So it just brings up some class. I liked it from like the teams of old, like all the ones that had that look. So and I'm glad that many of the teams that I do support at one point had a collar on their kits. So first one I think of is that Houston Dynamo collar kit. Unfortunately, it was part of that 2012 loss to LA Galaxy in the final. But still a beautiful, one of the best kits that the Houston Dynamo has ever had. So yeah, I do love a collar on the kit. Like you said, it is one of the obscure sports that you wear something that's unique versus everybody else. I mean, you can even think about rugby with some of because some of them have. I think they wear.
Yeah,
collar.
they do collared too. Yeah.
So I agree with you wholeheartedly on that one. What's your second kit?
Lorient's home kit. It looks like a chessboard chessboard with the black and the red squares. I like it, and I like the sponsorship. Jean Froche, or however you pronounce that. Very French. Looks like a French team. Feels very like it was close to being number one. It was like almost 1B when my first one was 1A, but I like the checkered board design. Croatia did that. I want to say either for the last World Cup or the World Cup they went to the final. I forget which one it was, but I always like when teams do like the squares on the shirt and two different colors. I think that's always cool. And the fact that this looks like a checkerboard or a chessboard is pretty cool.
So you were a fan when Barcelona did the checkerboard kit.
I'm struggling to remember that.
When I see that kid, I think of Ivan Rakitic. I obviously
Okay, that when the colors are too similar like that, I don't like it. But when the colors are distinct,
Mhm.
I like it. But the square, you see, the squares are like too symmetrical.
Oh, okay.
Whereas
You like the
the
you like
squares,
there's a like a warpness to it.
yeah, the squares on the Lorient kit are almost like kind of like tilted a little bit, which I
Like
like.
like you feel like it's moving.
Uh-huh, yeah, like this exactly like the squares are going down the shirt.
All right, cool. All right, okay. I see what I see what you're cooking there.
Mhm.
All right.
Number one is the Mets home shirt, not the um, New York Mets, but FC Metz. It's the basic design, has like two sponsors on it. Actually, I can count like four sponsors on it. But the thing that does it for me is there's like a dragon on the side of it breathing fire. And I have to go with the dragon breathing fire as number one. I just can't go against that. That looks super cool. Almost looks like a 10-year-old like designed it, but it's really cool.
I mean, how do you sell someone a kit onto a kit? You gotta. I mean, one of the most random Real Madrid kits to this day was that like Japanese style dragon black kit that they came up with. I remember when we saw the leaked images of it. I was like, clearly this is fake. No one just puts a random dragon on a jersey. And Lord of behold, Real Madrid just randomly put a dragon on a jersey, and it's sold. I mean,
Yeah.
it's almost as like easy to sell on like snakes on a plane. So
Mhm.
I agree wholeheartedly with you on that one. That Mets did a good job on that. Did not pick Mets, but my top three. I'm gonna start off with. I always gotta find a way to get Martial in here. I've always loved all their kits. They usually, I mean, they have such an easy color scheme, by the way. So
Mhm.
you can't go wrong with when you're already given a very easy color scheme. And I think Puma usually doesn't do them dirty. They've done other clubs dirty, but they don't do Marseille dirty at all. And so I'm gonna go with their third kit. I was very conflicted on picking their away kit, but I think the third kit just pops even more, especially with that white badge, with the whiteout badge right there. I like the two different shades of blue, and even the different shades of blue within the kit itself. So I think it's very clean, very Marseille. I think it's just perfect for what that club is. Obviously Tim Weah is over there,
Oh
and
yeah.
I'm
Oh
going
yeah. He's gonna be in that kit.
gonna find me a way to get me one of them. So I definitely had to find a way to get Marseille in this list. And I'm actually gonna conflict with you right here on my second one because I actually like RC Lens's away kit.
Really?
I do.
You were kind of quiet during that, so I was wondering if you were if it was. I was like, Hector must like this.
I
What do you like
actually,
about it?
I like for one, I feel like green and black usually for me feels like it's a. I mean, obviously, I with Goals TV and all that, it's a good combination of colors. Yeah, I totally get your argument for the kit, at least for the badge to maybe white it out or maybe color match it. Totally get that argument. But there's sometimes where I'm like, you don't always have to like have the badge like match out by any means. This was one of those where plus it has a collar. And then I like the
Ooh,
design. I like the design on the stripes, the on the green. So I like that. It's funny because I'm supposed to hate Austin FC. And frankly, I just don't care about Austin FC enough to really think about them like that in any way. But I like the design of the kid. I actually like how the sponsors are kind of like in the stripe. So it's not it's not literally touching the black. Besides obviously the one on the sleeve. And then fun fact, Alshon. is a store that I used to go to as a kid back when there was one here in Houston. It is a one-stop shop, if you will, of anything you needed. You're gonna find in Auchan. You need to get some groceries shopping, it's in Auchan. You need to do your tax return, go to Auchan. So you need some bootleg soccer jerseys, you can go to Auchan.
Wow, like the Walmart before the Walmart.
And actually, it's funny that you mentioned that, because the reason why they went out of business was because the Walmart was built right next to it. So,
Oh no.
So me and Edward, when we see Auchan, there's like some nostalgia. Like you said, when a sponsor just speaks to you, right? So
That's fair. That's fair.
So for those reasons, I like this kit. It's not my number one, obviously, but I actually, when I saw it, I was like, I like it. It's funny how I have Lens twice on my list, because I don't like their third kit, but I do like the away kit. And then my number one kit, I feel like everyone was picking it, but for obvious reasons. It was actually, according to Football Kit Archive, it is the number one. Actually, no, never mind. It was the number 2 most voted kit. Number 1 was the Paris FC kit, but the home kit. The second one is Strasbourg's away kit, which I feel like is, in some aspect, is a carbon copy of the Paris FC kit, and because it's a collar kit, but it's white. I love the stripe that goes around. I love the fact that the sponsor's red. I don't know why.
I like that too.
Like,
it looks very 90s. Like, I feel like kits in the 90s had like different colored sponsors all the time, and like, I don't know. Maybe I'm imagining that.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. But yeah, like, I mean, like I said, Adidas brought it with like the retro. They brought back that what was it, that template, the one that they did for the 2006 World Cup. So they basically were trying to get nostalgia, right? Nostalgia merchants on us, and I mean, and it's working.
Definitely, nostalgia sells.
So yeah, I'm starting to learn that right now, being in my 30s. Now that I am the main consumer. So yeah, like I saw the kit and I was just like, I love it. The red just pops more for me. Yeah, it's a really cool kit. Simple, but you know what? It doesn't always have to be extravagant. It just gets the job done. I love this kit. I think a lot of fans are going to be rocking this season. But yeah, I have nothing else to say. Is there anything you want to touch up on from this list?
No, I agree with the Strasbourg would have been like my fourth best. I looked at it and I was like, wow, that's really good.
It's the red, man. I don't know why. The red just popped in the
pops,
best way.
Because it also, the Strasbourg badge also has a little red in it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Strasbourg. I know they're part of that. Actually, no, Chelsea, right? I think they're a Chelsea affiliate, or is it Man City affiliate?
I think Chelsea, yeah.
Okay.
They have like half of Chelsea's young players on their team.
So, not a Chelsea fan, even though I have high hopes for that Chelsea team. But yeah, they're gonna be. So yeah, Strasbourg, really cool. I think once again, Ligue 1. There's a lot of good kits this year, man. I can't say anything much about it.
Who is that guy?